Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool 2554 wall touch-tone telephone, and this is Linda's equipment from Missouri. And she's got a note with this telephone, and she says it will not dial out. And this was an eBay purchase from what I understand, and I also think it was for her mother. And she had some questions about a wire that's hanging out, and that wire is not the issue. Although we will take care of that, that's not the problem. And since this is the initial checkout, I want to kind of give you a look at the telephone. This is an amplified handset. Some of the best equipment made was the Western Electric amplified handset, or known as Bell equipment. So that's a cool thing. That's a plus with this amplified handset. I want to give you a look at the cover here. We'll set that to the side. Now, we've already troubleshooted some of this telephone, and we know that the touch-tone keypad is bad. And we're going to show you that in a second, but I also want to show you the hanger for your handset is missing its screw here, so that'll be taken care of. Wiring block, we have our network, and I'll show you the keypad. Now, what happens to these keypads when they go bad? A lot of times it'll be your tunable coils here. And you know, they're tunable, but once you tune them once or twice, you really can't do much more with them. And I found that they don't really hold up when you try to retune them. It's more of a factory kind of a preset thing. And once that's tuned out and it's from the factory, after it loses its tuning and cannot create the frequencies any longer, then what happens is your keypad basically needs to be changed, because there would be no sense in just changing your coils there. There's too many taps coming off of it, and it's just simpler to replace the whole keypad. So we're going to go and replace the keypad, but there's another issue with this telephone. It does not have a polarity protect circuit. And so without a polarity protect circuit, it will not always work wherever you use the telephone. So we don't want there to be any issues when connecting this telephone up in different places. And it might just be at one location, but if you ever moved it down the road, there could be some issues. So we want to get a polarity protect circuit in this unit, and we want to replace the keypad. We also want to go through all the wiring, the network, the hook switch, the bell circuit. We want to get our screw in this hanger here. And so we want to go through the whole telephone basically while it's in the shop and get it repaired for Linda, and that way her mother can start using this telephone. So we're going to take a short break from the video. We're going to start our repairs, and we'll come back and get some more video as we move forward in the repair. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we're in the middle of the process of repairing this telephone. But I want to show you a little bit about what's going on. And when we were talking earlier about the touch-tone keypad and the tunable coils, once those coils are tuned from the factory, that's pretty much it. Now, you can tune them and you can readjust them, but I would never do that and send it back to a customer, because I do not trust the coils once they have been damaged or knocked out of tune to hold that frequency that they need to create in the circuit. And so we're going to change the keypad altogether. But we want to show you what we can do by tuning it a little bit and pulling in some of the numbers. we have a pickup here. Now this is an amplified handset, so you're going to hear some dial tone from that because it's so loud. But we have a pickup, and that's an amplified pickup. And when I set the handset on that, the dial tone will get a little louder because it's amplified. And we use that in testing and working on telephones and checking them out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and plug the telephone in. We have adjusted the keypad enough to make the numbers dial a little bit, and before they weren't dialing at all. It just wasn't registering. So we want to go ahead and plug the unit in. We can hear our dial tone from our handset, but I also want to use our amplifier, so I'm going to turn that on, and that just adds to it a little bit. Now what I want to do is I want to show you that when I dial a 1, if you watch the analyzer, it's registering, but it's not registering a 1. It's registering a 4. I'm going to press the 2. That came up as a 5. I'm going to press the 3. The 3 didn't register. I want to press a 4. That came up as a 7. The 5 came up as an 8. Let's see what the 6 does. The 6 came up as a 9. Let's do the 7. That came up as a star. Let's do the 8. That came up as a 0. Let's do the 9. That came up as a pound. Now let's try star, 0, and pound. Probably won't come up with anything because it's out of the range. And they're not registering. We're going to press a 2, and that came up a 5. So these tunable coils, once they're out of their range where they've been set from the factory, and look at how this is spinning around. This one's tight, and this one's just spinning around. That means this telephone's been dropped, or whatever glue or situation that they tried to stabilize these two has either worked its way free or the unit has been dropped. And so that creates a problem where you can no longer tune them properly. So this keypad is bad, and it's going to have to be replaced. The only repair for this keypad would be to take 2 tunable coils and replace these 2. And they have a lot of points, and it just wouldn't be feasible to do that. It's easier to change the whole keypad out, because once you got the new tunable coils in, you would have to probably tune them also. So this is all a factory situation. Now the electronics of it, that all can be repaired. You know, your transistor, some of the caps, and some of your parts like that. But when it comes to the tunable coils, they have to be so precise to create that frequency, to create your numbers, that you don't really want to play games with this. You don't want to try to tune it and glue it, and it's just best to replace it. So that kind of gives you an idea. We'll hang up, turn off our amplifier, unplug our handset. So that kind of shows you that we can tune it some and get some of the numbers back, but they're not proper. We could spend some more time on it, but we're replacing it anyway. And I just wanted to show you, for the video purposes, that they can be tuned out, and we could probably make it work, but it wouldn't fly coming out of my shop. I wouldn't pass that on to a customer. So we'll take a short break. We'll continue our repairs, and we'll be back to get some more video. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we have replaced the keypad. Here's our old keypad. So that's been replaced. We want to just go ahead and set that to the side. What we want to do is we want to test our replacement keypad. So I'm going to go ahead and plug the unit in. It's going to seize the analyzer, and then we're going to dial. If you watch the analyzer, you watch the numbers roll by. I don't have anything tight right now because we still have to install our Polarity Protect circuit. I'm going to end in a 2. I'm going to hang up. Dial tone. We'll dial again. I'm going to end in a 2. So now we can unplug the unit. We can be assured that this keypad is good. And we're going to go ahead and start our Polarity Protect circuit. We're going to install that, and then we're going to come back and get some more video of the final checkout. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we are finished up with the repair of this telephone. And we want to run through a little bit about what went on. All the issues have been resolved. We also installed our Polarity Protect circuit. So we know that this telephone, no matter where it's used, will always work properly. Now, this is an amplified handset like we showed earlier, and it's probably loud enough for the video to pick up, but we're going to go ahead and use our pickup anyway with our amplifier. And we also want to talk about the older style keypads. Older style keypads are manual. So when you press the buttons on the older style keypads, what you want to do is you want to press firmly and directly on each key. That way you can be assured that it'll dial out properly. Now the newer style keypads, they are easier to use really. You can kind of, people get in such a hurry and they just kind of push the buttons real quick. And with these older manual style keypads, they're actually creating the frequency when you push the button. So you need to be firm with them and direct. And that way you won't have any problems dialing. They're just a little harder to use than these more modern style keypads. And so now what we want to do is go ahead and start our final checks. I want to turn our amplifier on for our pickup. I also want to ring the unit with the analyzer. We're going to let that go a few times. I'll let it go one more time. We'll give you some dial tone. We want to walk through our numbers, so if you watch the analyzer, you'll watch the numbers roll by. I'm going to end in a 2. I want to give you dial tone again. We'll try that one more time. I'm going to end in a 2. Now I want to transmit into the handset. If you watch that red light on the analyzer, every time that red light lights up, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So now that we know that this telephone is ringing in on a ring cycle, it's dialing out, it has transmit and receive, I can go ahead and press this button on the switch box. That gives us a line out, totally takes the analyzer out of the situation, and we'll call a time and temp number. We'll go ahead and give you some dial tone. We can call one other number. We'll call my number and it'll be busy. We'll give you some dial tone. We'll try one more number. We don't need anything from there, but we'll go ahead and call it real quick and then we'll hang up. We'll go ahead and hang up. We don't need anything from there. Now that we know that this telephone has been repaired, we can return it to Linda and her mother, and they can enjoy this telephone now. It's a very well-made Western Electric with the amplified handset, and that's a plus. Very good telephone, very durable. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.